the reason we're all here today, I mean, there's a common problem, right? We're all spending a lot of money on, marketing in general, whether it's, paid traffic, SEO, Google My Business stuff. I mean, even, billboards. Some of you guys might even still be doing Yellow Pages stuff, radio ads, commercials. I mean, there's a lot of different avenues to generate more leads and calls, for more water damage jobs. And I mean, it's something it's critical, right? If you're not doing it, your business is not growing. But this could lead to a problem to where you're getting traffic, to your website, but for whatever reason, you've just noticed that nobody's picking up the phone and calling you, and you're just not getting the leads you should be getting based on the traffic to your business. So that ultimately leads to a low ROI, and that's something that all of us, all the business owners here, and even the marketing and sales people, I mean, it's all about the ROI at the end of the day, right? You want to look at this as more of an investment versus an expense. If you're putting $3 in or $1 in, you're getting $3 back, then you continue doing it, obviously, right? But you want to, if there's a way to turn that $1 into $4 and increase that ROI, then you're obviously going to do that. And so that's what we're going to talk about a little bit today, is how to increase that ROI by, making a few changes to your website that can help do that. And if some people still might not think that. Honestly, I've still talked to business owners who don't think anybody calls from the internet when their house floods. It kind of blows my mind, but it's extremely important. And if you're not getting more business, then what do we have? You got parked trucks and an empty schedule, right? And we all know in this industry, especially, there's ebbs and flows as far as the call volume, right? You could get 4 houses that flood in a day, then it could be quiet for 2 weeks, right? That's just the nature of the business we're in. It's not as consistent as, maybe the carpet cleaning aspect or plumbers and heating and air. I mean, those are more of a higher volume niche, right? We're more in it's a little bit lower volume. So, again, if you're not paying attention to this stuff, then ultimately, you're not getting a return on your investment, and it's just a fail. So it's kind of what we're going to go over today, just trying to give you guys a brief overview so you know what to expect. And, we're going to go dive a little bit deeper into what does a great site look like that's built to convert and ultimately, get these visitors to convert into callers and leads. And, hopefully for all of you that were on last month's webinar, hopefully you've implemented some of those SEO strategies and you've increased the traffic to your website. So now that you have traffic, we need to make sure the people that are landing on your website are actually turning in to leads, which would ultimately lead to more jobs and more revenues. And that also will turn into, full schedule with your trucks running. You want your equipment out, fans sitting in houses, DHUs out on jobs, etc. Right? You don't want them just sitting in the warehouse not doing anything. And that helps with the momentum and consistent growth in your business. And again, we know it's a little bit more difficult in our industry because of the ebbs and flows. Depending on Florida is a lot different than the Northeast, for example, right? California deals with different weather patterns. I mean, there's so many scenarios. The population of your city you're in. So ultimately, you want to have as many things going as you can to help with the fluctuations, right? Ultimately, we just want more consistent growth, and that's kind of what we're going to keep going into as we dive in today. And again, that means your phone's ringing, trucks are running, and business is booming. It's kind of how all this ties in together. So I think most of you would agree that, at the end of the day, your website is the hub of where all your prospects end up, whether it's, referrals, YouTube videos, website traffic, Facebook, all of those funnel back to your website to where a prospect can get to know you and then ultimately decide whether they want to call you or your competition to do the work for them. So, why is, conversion so important? Some business owners don't think it's really matters, right? As long as they have something that says, house flooded, give us a call, that's all they need. So I kind of broke down in 2 scenarios just to show you how important this is. let's go to scenario one. Let's say Bob is getting 1,000 visitors per month to the site, and those are converting at 5%, right? So he's getting 50 leads a month at a 60% conversion. Some of these callers might be renters, right? Most of the time we're not authorized to do the work for renters. So I kind of lowered that down to 60%. I mean, most of our clients, considering it's the homeowner, I mean, you should be converting 80, 90%, to be honest, but we want to use conservative numbers. So we'll go 60%. That leads in 30 book jobs. Nationally, we're seeing the average with our clients anywhere from 3,000 to 5,000 is the average. We'll just use water damage is the average transaction value. So we'll pick something in the middle, 3,500. So, he's generating about $100,000 a month in revenue, converting at 5%, right? Not bad. I mean, that's still, $1 million restoration company, not too shabby, right? Now, if you take those same visitors and work on the website conversion alone to 15%, which is doable, right? 15% is still not, I mean, that's good. It's a good conversion rate. It could be better, but we'll just roll 15%. It's 150 leads a month, and everything else being equal, 60% conversion, that's 90 book jobs, the same transaction value, is $315,000 in revenue from his website. So that's triple the leads in revenue from changing one metric, right? To really dial in and measure something on if it's working or not. Everything else has to be constant, right? There can only be one variable. That's how you pinpoint whether a change is working. So just from tripling the conversion alone, tripled the revenue. So it turned into, a multi-seven-figure restoration company just by focusing on the conversion alone. So I just want to show you guys some numbers so you can see. I mean, it's important. I wouldn't, whenever I still talk to owners today that, they're like, well, yes, you'll still get business from, plumbers, insurance agents. I mean, friends, stuff like that. Yes, like understand that you should be partnering and working that for more leads and jobs. But if you're not worried about the website at all, I mean, just something like this alone, I mean, you could potentially triple the revenue you're getting. So, my advice is always to you should be doing all those channels. That way you have multiple leads coming from different directions. And that way, if, your insurance guy isn't throwing you any work, like you still got leads and jobs coming through the internet. And then, whenever he gives you a call, it's just icing on the cake, right? It's a bonus. So there's 10 critical elements to enhance conversion. And we're going to kind of dive into each of these. I'll just run through these quickly. You need to speak to your target avatar prospect. You need to be real, use authentic images, not stock photos, which I'm seeing a lot. And then when you can, use video and multimedia on your websites. I mean, this is 2019, right? There's audio, video, text, chat. I mean, there's so many different elements, and people learn and connect different ways, right? So you need to make sure you leverage as many of those as possible. You want to have, your online reviews shown on your webpage. I mean, reviews are becoming more and more popular. I mean, just think about how you shop when you go online. I don't know about you guys, but reviews are definitely something I look at. And then, there's a few basic elements we need to get in order with the phone number in the right-hand corner. Make sure there's a web form, because some prospects prefer just to give you their email address instead of call for whatever reason they do. And then you want to add some credibility, Better Business Bureau, Angie's List, the IRA, if you're a member of that, stuff like that. And then you want to have clear call to actions for each page. If your mold removal page needs to address mold removal topics, and tell your prospect what to do, versus your fire damage page needs to speak specifically on fire damage. Instead, we see a lot of times everybody trying to group all those together. It converts a little better when it's specific to the prospect's problem. And then, sometimes we can use special offers and coupons. It's not as common in our industry as it is, maybe a heating and air. A lot of times they get rebates for new equipment or $500 off new heat pump, stuff like that. But I'll show you there's a couple ways you can get creative in our industry that some of our clients are doing that are working really well. And then obviously you want to make sure your website's mobile optimized, and you can leverage live chat. And then also you want to make sure your website is targeting prospects that are close to you in a close proximity. Hope you got value out of that video. If you're looking for more ideas and strategies for better ways to market your water, mold, or fire damage restoration business online, you can go to restorationmarketinggroup.com, and there we have a free checklist you can download. It's called the Ultimate Online Marketing Guide for Damage Restoration Contractors. And there you'll be able to get the latest strategies that are working now to really increase your lead flow online. You could probably even 5 to 10x the number of leads you're getting per month from internet marketing. So there should be a link below, restorationmarketinggroup.com, and there you can download the checklist for free of charge. And we'll talk to you guys soon. Thanks.